Guyana's former Attorney General charged with larceny. And in sport, a new ICC financial model breaks up the big three in cricket. I'm Nicole Best, and this is the Caribbean in 10 for Friday, April 28. I'll be back with the details after the break. For program and development, we can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
Topper Carew, whose name might sound familiar to you, is a man of many talents. He was the creator and producer of the television series Martin. He won more than 40 film and TV awards, but right now he's repping HBCUs in the world of STEM and opening that world to young STEM stars.
There's a major productivity problem in this country. The technology industry has been highly reliant on
Guyana's former Attorney General Anil Nandlal has been charged with larceny in the alleged theft of over $2 million Guyana dollars worth of law books from the Ministry of Legal Affairs. He was arrested yesterday and taken before the court 2 days after he was questioned by members of the Special Organized Crime Unit. He had refused to allow members of the unit to access to one of his properties to retrieve the law books, claiming that he did not have keys to the property. Nandlal is accused of stealing 14 Commonwealth law reports. In court yesterday, he maintained that he had been given permission by former President Donald Ramotar to take the books as a condition of his employment under the last administration. The books were bought over a 3-year period using state funds that Nandlal said would have been approved by the then president. When the People's Progressive Party Civic lost the elections, he took the books with him when he left office. But the David Granger administration insists that since the books were bought with state funds, they should have remained behind as property of the state. Nandlal is scheduled to return to court on May 8th. Caribbean governments owe the University of the West Indies more than $100 million, and the regional tertiary institution says it's facing financial challenges. UWI Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles said a company that was contracted to look at the financial strength of the university had recommended that it restructure its internal operations to generate more revenue. He said the company had cautioned that the UWI would be in significant financial difficulty unless it is able to get an annual injection of $75 million. At the moment, Caribbean governments owe $105 million, and Sir Hilary says if it doesn't collect that money, it will be, and I quote, in trouble as a university, end of quote. He described the financial situation as a damaging one because without a budget, there is no campus. Sir Hilary disclosed that during a recent meeting of the University Grants Committee with Caribbean governments, all of the university's budgets were not discussed because not all governments were able to make commitments. He said it was an unfortunate development that had never occurred before. The principal said the university would have to engage new instruments to raise the required capital for the next 5-year developmental plan. CARICOM countries appear to be divided on the need to discuss the ongoing political situation in Venezuela. At a meeting of the Organization of American States Permanent Council, the Bahamas, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana and St. Lucia were among countries that voted in favor of a resolution to convene a meeting of the region's ministers of foreign affairs to consider the situation. But Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Haiti, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname and Venezuela voted against it. Belize, the Dominican Republic and Trinidad and Tobago abstained from the vote, and Grenada was absent from the meeting. The resolution was subsequently approved. A place and date for the meeting have not yet been determined. Earlier this week, Venezuela said it would withdraw from the OAS in reaction to pressure from the bloc over the government's handling of the country's political crisis. Foreign Minister Delcy Rodriguez said the government would launch a 2-year process to pull out of the Washington-based hemispheric body that it has been a member of for more than 65 years. Stay with us. Your midday sport is next.
Africa's hottest show is back. And this year, MTV Sugar is heading south.
Femi, welcome to Josie.
To a city that never sleeps.
Fun! You can have fun here.
Have you even seen my work?
Art rubbish, man. How would you even know?
MTV Sugar, down south.
Don't mess with me. You're in Joburg now.
The board of the International Cricket Council, ICC, has voted for a new financial model and governance structure that have effectively abolished the so-called Big Three. The changes will reverse a 2014 decision which had put India, England and Australia in control of the game's finances and administration. Under the new financial model, the split of revenues from the ICC for 2016 to 2023 will be altered to address the imbalance that currently favors the three boards. The ICC said the measure was passed 13 votes to 1 at a meeting at its headquarters in Dubai. A revised constitution will allow the ICC to include additional full members in the future, and it was also approved by 12 votes to 2. The Indian Cricket Board was the only one to oppose the new financial model, which would see its revenue share cut by almost half. It would still remain the highest earner with $293 million, followed by the England and Wales Cricket Board, which would get $143 million. Australia would now get $132 million, the same amount as West Indies and 5 other full members. The remaining full member, Zimbabwe, would receive $94 million. The decision now have to be ratified at the ICC's annual conference in June. West Indies batsman Marlon Samuels has been drafted by Delhi Daredevils for the remainder of their Indian Premier League campaign as a replacement for injured South African wicketkeeper batsman Quinton de Nock. The 36-year-old Jamaican, who went unsold in the IPL auction this year, joins a franchise that already has his West Indies teammate Carlos Brathwaite on the roster. Daredevils are playing their next game against IPL leaders Kolkata Knight Riders today at Eden Gardens. Samuels, who last played for the Windies in the 4-match T20 series against Pakistan last month, linked up with the Daredevils side that has struggled this season and lies rock bottom of the IPL standings on 4 points with just 2 wins and 6 outings. He has represented West Indies in 71 Test, 187 one-day internationals and 55 T20 internationals, but was not selected for the ongoing Test series against Pakistan in the Caribbean. He was a key member of the side that won the T20 World Cup in India last April, hitting a brilliant man-of-the-match unbeaten 85 in the final to see West Indies to a dramatic win over England. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Have yourselves a good afternoon.